My name is Butch Harder, and I farm about 50 miles south of Winnipeg. I started farming in 1962, and I'm a grain farmer. Now, those people who want to get rid of the Canadian Wheat Board say they will have more freedom, they'll be able to do their own thing. The argument against having a wheat board is that you are forced to sell your grain through the Canadian Wheat Board, and that is true. And you're selling through a monopoly, and you have monopoly power. When you go to Japan to sell wheat, there's not another Canadian seller that can undercut you, so you can always command a top price. The farmers that want to get rid of the wheat board say they want to be free, and they'll do their own marketing, and we'll have competition. But once we get rid of the Canadian Wheat Board, there will be a monopoly, but it will be controlled by 5 or 6 multinational grain companies, and the farmers will not be free. Viterra now has bought the fuel distribution rights for Imperial Oil, and so it will be a totally integrated system. To buy your grain, if they want to buy your grain from you, they'll say you better take your fertilizer from us, your chemicals, your other farm inputs, as well as maybe your fuel. And the farmer will be held ransom to those corporations. And the freedom that he will have will not be freedom. Farmers with modern education and modern technology think they can go it alone, but you're never bigger than a multinational corporation. The other thing that can happen is, and Cargill and the other companies as well are located around the world, and they can source grain from wherever they can buy it the cheapest, and then sell it to where they want to. And so they will control the margins of what the farmers receives. And that is the danger. And they will start to directly contact with farmers. There are some larger farmers that will perhaps get better deals. For sure, the smaller farmer is not going to get a good deal out of this, because he'll sink into oblivion, and it's happening already. He sells out to larger farmers, and then they become workers for these producers. But this business of freedom, this notion of freedom, is absolutely ridiculous. Seed costs are going up. The companies control the seed, like I said before. They can control the fertilizer prices. It's a total vertically integrated system. The farmer will not gain, and you can be sure the consumer will not gain. The consumer will pay in the end more, and the companies will capture more of the food dollar. It's the corporate takeover of Canadian agriculture, of grain farming. That's what it is.